Hi everyone, Ace here. The reaction you're about to watch is a reaction we got to do from a music sharing live stream. These live streams have been a blast with everyone, so if that's something you're interested in checking out, I go live weekly, so definitely come hang out. We'd love to have you there and react to your suggestions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now, enjoy the reaction. We do have another priority request from Mark. So this is a live performance from AHA of the song Summer Moved On from 2010 on what was then their final concert before the split up for good, except they came back in 2015. The song is famous for Morton holding a long note that got him into the Guinness Book of World Records. Whoa, cool. All right, looking forward to that. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is AHA, Summer Moved On. Here we go. It's a great shade of blue. Something about the audio quality is not the best. Okay, there we go. Okay. That part's throwing me off a little bit, but I mean, it works. So yeah, this, like, by comparison of, AHA's early work and, the songs we've been able to check out, this is more akin to, the newer album that they dropped from 2022, I believe. The sound is just drastically different from, their synth pop era, I guess. I don't know how many different eras AHA had or how many different genres they have. It's really great when you have multiple different genres because it shows how well-rounded you are as musicians. You just have a fuller catalog to work from, and it's almost like there's something there for everybody basically. And it just has a more serious tone by comparison. And vocal style definitely great because he always has phenomenal vocals. I guess we have somebody on synth and somebody on keyboard, or two different keyboards. It looked like somebody was in the back and somebody was up front. And then there's that segment when he holds that note for a little bit and then it da 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 da, and then it goes right back into the, that part throws me off, but it's so cool at the same time. I really like that. The crowd obviously really loving this as well, very decent sized crowd. The visuals on the screen, it's this really nice meadow. Yeah, that Like that's such a cool, calming visual to watch during this. And also like these green lights that are, it's almost like a book, or a pamphlet. I guess this would be more like a pamphlet because it's three, but it kind of gives off like this book style. And like these are the top and the bottom of the pages, and they just keep going on. So it's like the story that keeps going, and I think that's really cool. Or maybe even like a film reel. That could also be possibly what it is as well. One of the two. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting from that. But yeah, I think this is a great performance. I'm definitely enjoying it so far. Summer Moved On was #1 in 17 countries. This was from their return album in 2001. Their previous album was 93, and they just went their separate ways before returning with this song. That's cool though. So this one is not as recent as 2022. So I'm guessing they dropped a few albums in the 80s. They dropped one in 93, and then they dropped one in 2001. And I'm guessing they've dropped a couple since then, or at least one, maybe two since then. So they kind of spread out their albums a little bit. So that's, I guess in a way that kind of allows the material to breathe a decent amount. But yeah, I'm really liking this performance. Let's check out the rest of it. Here we go. And also just playing, I believe that's a mandolin, right? Just playing that, it's just different from a guitar. It kind of just stands out. This is the note, wow. Yeah. It's almost like he went into that without taking a breath before. Awesome. So yeah, that was the note. That was really cool. It almost seemed like he went from singing right into it without taking a breath or anything, which is incredible. I'm sure he did take a breath, at least from the performance that I've checked out. Like he is a masterclass at being able to hit high notes and hold notes and everything. So it's not, unheard of for him to do something like that, which is definitely awesome. Yeah, the instrumentation throughout this was definitely great. It really is cool to see a mandolin, what I'm perceiving as a mandolin, in place of a guitar. It really does stand out a little bit more. I don't think anybody was on bass either. I'm guessing they did all that through the keyboard and the synth, which, definitely, possible. We've seen that from a number of artists that utilize, different pedals and keyboards and things like that in lieu of a bass. Like Led Zeppelin also did that. They used pedals instead of bass sometimes. It just depends. And I never really know which song is bass, which one was pedals. So, it has always surprised me which one was which. But yeah, I think they did a great job with this performance. Obviously, the audience loved it. It was also really cool while he was holding that note. Like you saw the flame on the screen, and it was just burning that, whatever that was supposed to be. I guess it was like a film reel. That's kind of what it looked like to me, especially when that was happening. I thought that was a great visual as well. Yeah, he's definitely known for Breath Control, for sure. They were not overly prolific because Hate being in the same studio together. Three very strong personalities. Oh, is that why they never really made it over here except for Take On Me? I guess. I don't know. Cause like that's the only song we hear from them on the radio over here, I feel like, and I don't think there's really anything else that hit over here in the States. I could be wrong. But yeah, that was awesome.